Hey, good morning. What is it, still morning? Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy. Today is Thursday. Beautiful day. Weather is actually perfect. And this is Thursday, so obviously today Emily and I are doing our OMAD, which means we're doing a 1 meal a day protocol. So our one meal, which will be at the end of the day, will probably be around 6 o'clock, probably close to 24-hour fasting. Of course, those of you that follow me know that we will close our fasting, especially our prolonged fasting, with bone broth to get our gut ready and primed in order to take on a solid meal. And so that seems for us and many of my clients seems to have worked very, very well. Now, today's topic seems to be there's a little confusion about, not much of the confusion, probably misinformation about how long you should actually be fasting or intermittent fasting to actually dip into your own body fat. And, you know, of course, you guys that follow me know that there's a lot of factors involved. One of them, obviously, is to become fat adapted. The biggest thing is, of course, is our 3 very powerful protocols that will actually put you into fat burning or become a fat burning machine when you combine all 3 of them. And so this is what we teach our online coaching clients. If you go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. There'll be a lot of videos explaining the 3 protocols, or if you want to know more information about my online coaching. Plus, you need to know about the hydrogen-rich water, and that's the actual base. That is number 1. That's the first thing you have to do because it's got the ability to detox you. So we obviously need to start with a clean slate. And besides, water is the essence of life anyway. But you guys are probably, most of you are drinking toxic water. But the question is, I'm going to try to explain this. Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of science because I did a blog about this on my WordPress. You can go to my drinknatureswater WordPress and scroll down and find it. But I did a blog on this that actually has the science that is attached to it to prove what I'm talking about and to explain why most of you need to go past 12 hours if you want to get into that, what I like to call the magic stage. And that's the stage of not only losing that body fat, losing your body fat, dipping in to your own fat cells. I'm not talking about, now this is where we make a mistake. Those of you that are on a ketogenic diet, that's what we promote. It's what I call primal eating. We promote that to get your body used to burning fat as its main fuel. Well, problem is most of you guys have been a carboholic or have been on that Western diet, high carbs, low fat diet for quite a few years, or you haven't been on any diet, but your main source of micronutrients is carbohydrates. And so, you know, if you follow me, you know that's what's causing most of you to be fat or gain weight or have a hard time losing weight, is because you're overeating carbs and causing the insulin that's designed to store fat to be out of control. So first thing you got to do, of course, change the water, but you also got to do primal eating, which means you're about 70 to 75% dietary fat. You're about 20% good source of protein, like grass-fed, grass-finished protein, meats and chicken and fish and eggs, of course. And then very, very little carbohydrates. Now, those of you that might be saying, well, I'm on a paleo diet. Guys, you got to understand when we're talking about the physiology of the body and we're talking about nutritional ketosis or therapeutic ketosis or even autophagy, You got to even get lower on your carb, and the paleo diet is too high on carbs. So you're not going to really dip into your fat stores consistently and more so, and you're not going to really get the true health benefits when your carbs are a little too high. You got to get below a certain baseline of carbs, and that's very, very little carbs. Now, don't panic. Your body doesn't need as many carbs as you guys think. So most of you guys that are been a carboholic or been on a high carb diet or have been eating more carbs than usual, not like us, well, what's happened is your body needs to transform into a primal type of lifestyle like our ancestors and rely on your body fat for fuel, or rely on the fat that you consume during your eating windows as fuel. Right now, most of you are very adapted to using carbs as fuel, which are then basically converted into sugar. So your body is right now used to using sugar as its primary fuel source. What we have to do here is we have to take small steps and turn that around to where your body is doing what our ancestors did, what our primal, that's why we call it primal eating, is to get your body used to burning the actual body fat, your stored fat. And you don't do that by just jumping into it because your body's not used to it. And that's why most of you that have tried this or know somebody have tried to have failed because they don't do it right in the first place. And then they, and if you exercise and you go right into a primal eating right off the bat, you'll most likely go to the gym and your blood sugar is going to hit the bottom and you're going to pass out. So you don't want to do that either. You got to work into it slowly. And so what you got to do is you got to get your body used to burning fat first of all, and that's starting off with primal eating. Then move into intermittent fasting or prolonged fasting. But the thing is, what's the question? When do we actually start burning the fat? Well, because you guys haven't been doing this for a while, it could take you 6 months, it could take you 8 months, it could take you a year, sometimes even longer, depending on how much or how long you've been a carboholic, or how, if you're in a certain stage of where your fatty liver needs to be rejuvenated again. It takes time to do that. But most of you, it looks like the baseline is about 12 hours. So if you guys don't eat any calories for 12 straight hours, 0 calories, the only thing you're allowed to have is water, is hydrogen-rich water, pink Himalayan sea salt, and black coffee, nothing in it, or green tea, unsweetened, nothing in it. But if your guys are actually not eating any calories for 12 hours, most likely you've depleted your liver of the glucose that you consume. Let's say for the night before you ate a solid meal at 6. So if you go 12 hours without any calories, which is most of it's through your sleep, that's what makes it simple, then by the 12-hour mark, your liver most likely has depleted all the sugars, okay? And you're still going to have some glucose or sugar in your muscle because there's certain organs in your brain needs that. But it's the liver. That's what you want to deplete all your sugar from. What happens at the 12-hour mark, if you have depleted all that sugar, then you don't eat for another hour or two, your body is going to say, whoa, wait a minute, Hal, I have no glucose. Now, glucose is a very easy source of energy for the body to go after. Hey, there's no glucose. So guess what? What does the body have to go after? It has to go after your own stored body fat and draw it from those fat cells, put it in the liver, convert it into ketones, which is known as rocket fuel. Your body, your brain loves to live off of rocket fuel, ketones, more than the carbohydrates. That's where the health benefits is. Okay, that's why you hear these high-ranking or highfalutin health gurus say that do you want to do an alternating or intermittent fasting 18-hour fast a couple times a week, or do a couple 20-hour fast, or three times a week? We actually do the OMAD, which is 3 times a week, because we're looking for the health benefits. See, that's the key. We're looking for the anti-aging, and when you go past 12 hours and start getting into 19, 20, and 22, and 24 hours, and 72 hours, you're dipping into autophagy, which is known to kill cancer cells, which is known for slowing down premature aging, which is known by science, and I've told you I have the science in my blog, to start tightening up the wrinkles because you've lost so much body fat or belly fat. Okay, so you're not going to really get into nutritional ketosis unless you go at least 12 hours. Okay, when you go longer, you're going to dip deeper into therapeutic ketosis and autophagy as it even gets longer. And that's why, but you got to build up to it. You can't cold turkey. Now, some of you might be warriors and say, I'm going to go right into it. You're going to suffer through it. You may fail. You may quit. It doesn't. If you stay consistent, remember that we are programmed as humans that we want that quick fix, and if we don't see the results right off the bat, then we quit. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. You want to do it the healthy way. You want to do it to where you're going to do it for the rest of your life. You want to do it where it's convenient for your lifestyle, and you want to learn all of the information out there so you can guide yourself through it. So when you do plateau out, you know how to actually get out of that plateau. Of course, that's where our 60-day online coaching comes in, because we teach you how to go through the plateaus. Each individual person, different. So the reaction to the 3 protocols may be different. So we got to play around with it. But at least, guys, understand that if you're only doing a 6-hour fast or an 8-hour fast, or you're just basically you're wasting your time. So if you really, and those of you that want a quick fix, you combine all 3 of our protocols: hydrogen-rich water, primal eating, and intermittent and prolonged fasting. You are going to get extremely escalated results if you follow the protocols the way they're supposed to be, and take the small steps and work into it and let your body adapt to it. And like I said, guys, yes, most of you are looking to lose that belly fat around the belly, or that hip fat, or that butt fat. But really, if you look at the overall health picture that all 3 of these do, that the weight loss is a byproduct. If you focus on the health benefits and the slowing of the premature aging, and how the science is so much, there's so much going on in science, then it'll make a lot more sense. Okay, guys? So, guys, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, look at the different processes I have. Also, if you want to know more about my 60-day online coaching, message me, and now you can find out by messaging me how you can sample hydrogen-rich water to get you started and to get you to flush out all those toxic chemicals that you've built up for years in all your trillion-plus cells. All 3 protocols helps with inflammation. Inflammation is the root causes of all diseases. Okay? And so if all 3 of those are supercharged and they're able to flush out inflammation, maybe you might feel a lot better, or maybe whatever issues you have may slowly go away. Okay, guys? But you got to have all 3 puzzles. It's not just one thing. You got to be educated in all 3 of them. They all work as a team. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you saw some value in it, and we will see you guys the next time around. Have a great day. Bye.